What up, y'all? This is the real big boss, Calvin 83. So, I want to speak with this hoe ass nigga. This dude, with his shirt off, got the nerve to come for me. And he is a Democratic supporter. Based on the stuff the content that he's subscribed to, he's a diehard Democratic, crack-tick coon that has no business coming to my platform and telling me how I should run my platform. So you are subscribed to Roland Martin, a Democratic shield. You also subscribe to this heifer, who's a Democratic shield, a hyena promoter. So, this whole ass nigga has no business trying to come for me. Especially you don't make no damn content. I've told you ninjas. You are worse than the women. I notice a lot of these men who come for me, they're so bitch made. These are older men. These are not men my age. Yes, I get men my age. And sometimes, I rarely get Gen Zs coming from me. I rarely get Gen Zs or, the 90s babies and the Gen Zs, who were born in the 2000s. It's mostly Gen X and boomers, those hoe ass niggas, and those old dusty males of the silent generation who are the original hoe ass niggas, who are the original beta males, who are the original simps, and y'all made simping cool. Trying to follow white zaddy, you try to copy the cave male to seek approval from these unworthy block hoffers and hyenas and bitches and hoes in general. Because you didn't have, and this goes back to the lack of resources. This comes back out of really suffering and surviving Jim Crow just to get back on the plantation. And like I said before, slavery was a choice. Shout out to Kanye West. When you see how black folk treat each other, when you see the black on black violence, and I already know there's white folk, white on white crime. I already know there's Asian on Asian crime. And I know damn sure when it comes to female on female violence, that actually happens more than a crazy man going berserk over a woman, breaking up with him or, normally I'm doing him dirty, she being hella disrespectful and crossing him where he retaliates. A lot of it is out of retaliation. Ladies, I don't care about your feelings and your personal experience. That's not the norm. That's an isolated incident. This whole ass nigga, this Democratic supporter, on his knees for the Democratic massa, for his Democratic massa, just like Roland Martin, just like Angela Rye, just like Karen, and a bunch of other hyenas. And you male hyenas, and I expect women to come at me. Maybe some ignorant young folk, but it's always been you older cats. It's always been you Gen X hoe ass niggas. It's always been you silent generation ain't shit males who actually failed the black community, who've actually failed the young black men, and actually failed their women and children by not being revolutionary. The silent generation and the early Gen Xers are the biggest the early boomers. Let me be corrected. The silent generation to the early boomers when you had that's the original South, and then the boomers after that, and then you have the negative ass domino effect, and then when you promote all this Jezebel culture and enable the whole shit that these heifers do, Then you wonder why we're in a situation that we're in 2024, going on 2025. Dude, I even try to block him, yo. I try to even block him. I try to block this motherfucker. Like, what is it? I gotta do this? I want the person banned. I don't want them blocked. I want them banned. I don't want them hidden. I want them blocked and banned. Okay? This is what this fool came to me with. Brother, and I use the term loosely with you. We don't know each other, so what are you talking about? You brother. With that shirt off, nigga, you in that dirty house, I wouldn't be talking, sir. And I use sir loosely because you a whole ass nigga. Wouldn't feel bad if you got unalived by them folks. Since you want to tap dance, you understand, you know they support police, anti-black police brutality, right? You understand they have these policies that are the reason why we're out in the streets and the struggle and the economy is trash by rich folk. It doesn't matter who's in office or not. You don't understand how this country is a corporation. You don't understand that this is ran by, there's no inflation. It is done by these greedy rich people that we continue to financially work for and support. See, you got the right one today, and you came at me all fucked up and wrong. Not only that you got the right one, but you got the wrong person to try to think you can try to educate me. Nigga, you don't do no fucking reason. And fuck respecting the elders. This is not an elder. Elders, elderly males, elderly men, let me say, elderly men do not carry themselves like these old, dusty, crusty, whole-ass niggas. Brother, and I use the term loosely with you, these are waters that you don't want to swim in. Oh, so let me stop right there. So is that a threat? Should I interpret it as a threat? Should I report that to YouTube and the authorities? Are you threatening me, sir? Are you serious because you don't like my content, so you want to threaten me, but you don't have no smoke for these white supremacists that want to hang your nigga ass, that want to kidnap our young women and girls and do all fucked up stuff, but you want to come from me. And this is feminine energy. Since y'all want to talk about me, so me standing up to a woman makes me feminine, or having a disagreement makes me feminine, and I stand 10 toes and I say she wrong. That makes me feminine because I also let her be stupid and delusional. But you hoe ass niggas can come from me. You males can come from me and argue and debate on something that's undebatable and be so emotional. But you want to call everybody else emotional because they don't agree with you, or they're pissed off and they're tired of your bullshit. No, sir. These are the waters that you don't want to swim in, and this is the land that you don't want to walk with me, because if you ever catch me in the street, you might end up in the body bag. Okay? I don't know. You don't know you are a southern boy. I'm from the north. Okay, so you don't want to walk out in this land, walk in these lands, and walk in these lands of these streets, and come from me. And you're gonna tell me to leave? I ain't leaving that cunt alone. You French toast up, brother. You French toast up. I ain't leaving that cunt alone. Why don't you leave Donald Trump alone? Why don't you leave me alone? One thing about Donald Trump, he is a masculine man. And so we always talk about how the black man is more masculine than the white man. But I got a question. If we were so masculine, then why was we enslaved and oppressed and dealt under the worst brutal oppression if we're so masculine? Seems like we're a bunch of cowards. Seems like we're a bunch of cowards. I already know you pro-blacks don't like me. You pro-whack frauds. The conscious community don't like me. And look how y'all coming for Dr. Umar Johnson. And a lot of times, because he called out Kamala Harris in the Democratic plantations, look how you Negroes are coming after. See, I told you, Dr. Umar Johnson, you pander to these black heifers, these hyenas, these ratchet bras, but where are how come you lift, if you speak all this consciousness, brother, and I actually support what a lot of the Dr. Umar Johnson does, but when it comes to these women, you don't hold them accountable. You don't check them. You don't be real with them. But I get it. You got to get your bills paid. How about you support the brothers and actually the brothers doing this work and stop trying to get some cooch on the side with your activism? That's why our conscious community. That's why when it comes to being revolutionary leaders as black men, we're not taken seriously because you niggas always be simping. Every time you get some position, yes, the hyenas, the heifers will come flock to you, but then they will throw it in your face, and then they will come for you and throw you underneath the bus when shit goes south. How many times? And this doesn't have to be in the black sector of consciousness, organizations, national. You got. I'm pretty sure you got these white nationalists have the same issue because you dudes are not qualified to lead anything. Because y'all so damn thirsty, and the minute you get a touch of a little bit of leadership, y'all lose your damn mind and you don't have no dick discipline. This is why we got, because y'all don't like what Dr. Umar Johnson's calling. I'm glad he called out Steve Harvey. I'm glad he called out hoe ass nigga Ricky Smiley. And Steve Harvey, you flip flop too much, man. You a bitch ass. You a sellout. The reason why you ain't got nothing to do with no hard work. Because you sold your soul for a bag. And it's because we don't have no fucking black pride. I didn't need to watch Cat Williams. Cat Williams was not the first, and he's likely not going to be the last. Okay. Y'all don't like Dr. Umar Johnson now because, and y'all want to put him on blast. All these black Democratic bitches, these liberal cunts, all of a sudden, I'm going to call you a spade, bitches and hoes. Y'all mad at Dr. Umar Johnson because he's telling y'all to wake the fuck up and telling you that y'all gonna hate for a non-black, anti-black misandrist, racist East Indian bitch. You know a lot of these East Indian hoes don't like us. These East Indians are anti-black as fuck. You know, we got the similar complexion, and there are times that are darker than us, and they smell bad, they got bad hygiene, and come from the shithole of conditions, environments. And I'm not saying nothing disrespectful. I'm not saying all East Indians are anti-black and bad, but let's be real, that's the majority. Same thing I feel about the Mexicans, same thing I feel about the East Asians, of Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, same way, and same way everybody else. Anti-black. For y'all to cape for Kamala Harris, who's an East Indian bitch, well, she's, first of all, if her father is mixed, he's half Irish and Caribbean. And let's be real, I got a Caribbean background. Let me tell you about a lot of those black Caribbeans. They worship white folk. That y'all call, so wait a minute, so let me get this straight, black people. Let me get this straight. Y'all call black people who are not FBA tethers, or if they don't think a particular way, they're tethers. But here's the fact, y'all are supporting a bitch who's a half tether, half white supremacist, who identify as Irish, and a dirty East Indian cunt. Make it make sense. So basically, I don't care if she had a full black man. Her father, Kamala Hyena, had a full black man. If he anti-black and a goddamn coon, it defeats the fucking purpose. And let's say it was a black American man or East Indian, it's still a problem. I keep telling y'all this. Yes, you could say she's black and she had a black father, a black American father. But yes, the seed of the father, but y'all don't understand when it comes to these inter-ethnic relationships is that the mother is the first teacher of the child. So whose culture you think she's gonna teach? So let's say I got with Becky. Let's say I got with Ming Ling. If my woman is not black American, right, or no, not a black person, so chances of when she has kids, my children, okay, they're mixed, obviously. However, she's the first teacher of the child. Women are the first teachers of children. Let's keep it real. So what culture do you think she's going to teach? You can argue. I could be the masculine man. I could be a patriarch. I can be the leader, and and she can gravitate to my culture. But most of the time, she's going to teach her culture, her heritage first. That's why I do agree with Dr. Umar Johnson when he speaks about about black being against interracial dating and interracial marriages. But I'm not going to say but. However, Dr. Umar Johnson, you got to keep that same energy when it comes to black women getting with non-black men, because she's going to submit. If she gets with a white T-man, a white man, a caveman, she's going to submit, and she's submitted to white supremacy. You understand that, Dr. Umar Johnson? I need you to be more consistent, brother. I'm glad you're sitting 10 toes down and telling black people to get out the black democratic plantation. Me personally, I ain't fucking with none of this voting system. And there ain't no shaming, no sign language. It's gonna stop. You're not gonna make me change my mind unless you got some real, legitimate, tangible facts. And there's no black agenda. So let me continue to this whole ass nigga. So basically, you're telling me to leave an anti-black, misandric 304 bitch, Kamala Harris, who fucked and sucked her way to the motherfucking top, got with a white man to get ahead. She has no children. She's a liberal. She's a feminist. She locked up a lot of black people, black men, and has locked up and destroyed the lives of black women, especially single mothers, over a goddamn zip code. She has screwed over black women when it came to institutional racism within the medical field, when it comes to living conditions, especially if she's a single mother struggling. Do you know how many black women are in jail because they sent their child to a different because she sent her kids, she enrolled her children to a school and but due to the zone politics of the zip code, she sent her kids to a nice school, but it don't match the zone of her zip code. But she's trying to give her children better education. I told y'all how I feel about the public food system, the public school system, school to the prison pipeline, school to the poverty line, school to the homeless line, mental health, psych ward line. You know what I'm saying? Okay, school to being stuck in debt for life. I already explained this, okay? But this hoe ass nigga wanna run his mouth and come for me, bruh, you can pull up. You can pull up. How about you give me your address? How about if you're so gangster, give me your address? And how about this? How about you go turn yourself into the police department, to the authorities, and explain why you threatened me for no reason? Grown ass man, 50-something years old, and he's gonna respond like a hoe, like a little girl who couldn't get his way, who couldn't get her way. You responding like a little bitch because you don't like what I'm saying, But how about you do your goddamn research? You had all this time to troll me, but you don't do no damn research. No, you don't. It'd be one thing he came with some not some regurgitated bullshit, but actually done some background research on Kamala Harris. And he could have because I got Instagram, I got Facebook. He could have respectfully just reached out to me, but no, he didn't want to do that because he's on his knees for the Democratic plantation. So he's on his knees for massa, and he's a victim of buck breaking. I ain't leaving the East Indian bitch alone, sir. You leave. Then if that's the case, then you need to leave all the masculine men. You need to leave Trump alone. You need to leave me alone. And because this last time I checked, we live in a so-called free country where there's freedom of speech. But you don't. So you're anti-American, right? But you are a diehard Democrat. Don't you see how stupid you are, sir? Don't you see? That's why I say black people got low IQs. Black Americans got the lowest IQs. You can't get mad at and call non-black people racist, especially Caucasian people racist, if you got a low IQ. A lot of y'all got low IQs. Y'all choose to be stupid. Y'all choose to be slaves. Slavery was a choice. And I don't care if you get upset, you're pro-blacks, you goofy social media pro-blacks who ain't done shit but be fucking grifters, made a living off of just running your mouths, but they ain't no real change being done out here. You ain't living what you're talking. Females and males alike. The real pro-black are not on social media. They're actually getting shit done. A lot of times, if they were truly pro-black, they wouldn't have a big following. I'm just most of the time they don't. They don't be out there making videos all day. Okay? But I digress. All these black grifters get nothing in return or selling their souls to Trump. Okay, well, get all these black Democratic shield grifters, black liberals, get nothing in return by selling their souls to the Democratic plantation. Selling their souls to Joe Biden, who has a fucking racist crime bill, selling their souls to Kamala Harris. So what is your point? And and who said I was voting, period? You're saying I will be no different, but you're stupid. See, again, you don't watch my content. I've been on YouTube since 2008, sir. I started making content in the last month of the year of 2008. You are late to this party. You are very late. You on that CP time. And the fact of the matter, let me tell you something. I disagree. Now, I will disagree with you. Actually, Trump did give us a lot of return. Trump actually woke your black ass up and told you how racist America really is, and that he was unapologetically being real, being openly racist. Okay, and Trump is actually a Democrat. If you actually research Trump, Trump was a Democrat until he decided to run for president. He changed his political party. That's why a lot of people in those spaces, in those arenas, political arenas, despise Trump. But you didn't know that. So if you're saying the next term, okay, then what's the point of voting? How about you practice? How about you get revolutionary and unite with me and other like-minded black folk and be revolutionary? You should you should read the whole encyclopedia, the whole book on January 6th. How about you how about you read those chapters of January 6th and their approach? And actually, if you stop going to the strip club, stop eating out all this garbage food, and stop being on social media, and actually meet us and really work together and actually have that January 6th mindset. You saw what they did, right? When they went to the White House, and don't you dare tell me, well, if we were to go there, they would unalive us. They would get their military style weapons, the military and everything. Okay, but the military and all those organizations, the government, CIA, was warring with the people, with the white folk. Well, that's white on white crime. It doesn't matter. Well, y'all missing the point. If you actually unified like they do, if you actually unified like they do, we wouldn't be in a situation. We wouldn't be, because all this marching ain't doing shit. All this voting ain't doing shit. Y'all crying on y'all talking about white supremacy ain't doing shit. But yet black people don't want to live around each other. Black people find every reason and every weak ass excuse to be anti-black. And this whole ass nigga ain't no damn different. Stop cooning.